Hello, everyone. I have to tell you that the advances we are seeing in AI are truly amazing. It's interesting how fast this is going. I believe it has to do with facts. Self-driving taxis are the world's biggest AI project, which is why we think Tesla will go up whenever it does. It was up about 150% compared to our other names, many of which had not changed. We will always recycle that way and make money from it. Also, from what I heard on the last conference call, Elon is just as worried about the economy as we are. Cathie, will I be able to look outside in 5 years and see GM and Ford EVs everywhere? In 5 years, I don't think we'll even be talking about GM and Ford. The fact that they can't be profitable in this space unless they grow, it's what makes the news that they are both cutting back interesting. That's how this works. It's not good. So it's a catch-22, and a lot of their shareholders are interested in internal combustion engines. They want to make money right away and get returns. They don't want that kind of. How are they going to do it? Can they do it? I'm not sure. All I know is that, going back to the Tesla question, our hopes for Tesla's market share go up as they'd pull away, right? To answer your question, we sold it because it was 150% higher than everything else. Since then, we haven't sold many, but we will if this self-driving car business works out. Then there's Tesla, which is making its own GPU that is used for specific tasks. He was after GPUs from NVIDIA. If you listen to Elon's recent shareholder meeting, he did say that he was stepping up Dojo and had a lot of respect for NVIDIA. I believe he is capable of completing this task. We're talking about AI really taking over everything we do, which will lead to a boom. That's a huge increase in those. We also believe that new ideas will lead to artistic destruction. In the next 5 to 7 years, we think that electric cars will rise from a little more than 10% of sales around the world, including China, to 75% of sales. What does that mean for something that burns fuel? It's interesting to note that 90% of sales are of gas-powered cars with an inside combustion engine. What are they going to do if the price of an electric car drops to between $8,000 and $20,000? They will lose money if they lower the price. 3 or 4 earnings calls ago, Elon said on one of them, "These AI chips in NVIDIA are so good, it's so hard." I thought that was very interesting, but I think we'll get there in the end. It will be hard and take a long time. What do you know? After getting all the NVIDIA chips he needed, he sent some extra ones to tsla. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but it was just announced about 6 or 7 weeks ago that the new Dovo chip is now being made. So, Dovo will be the competition. The hyperscalers and NVIDIA's clients are all very close to each other. There are less cloud margins for them than for NVIDIA. I'm sure they'll say, that picture isn't quite right at some point. They're very, and each of them is making their own chips. Then there's Tesla, which is making its own chip that is used for something specific. I think you'll get behind the idea of Tesla becoming the most famous car company in the US. Trump is very sensible, As far as I can tell, Elon has learned that no publicity is bad press. He's just out there advertising himself and, by extension, his cars. What about these other companies? Google has 1,000 cars that collect data, and Tesla has 5 or 6 million cars that collect data all over the world. To figure out the weird situations that models have never seen, you need data from real drive tests. So now that I've met him, I feel like I kind of know him. He really cares about people. It's a big responsibility on his shoulders to protect the earth and stop censorship, among other things. I know he's a good guy, but he says crazy things, and because of what I say to our investors, he's a bit like Trump in some ways. From a tech point of view, I watch what he does. He is more focused than any CEO. He's also very good at bringing together different tools, which is something I don't think many CEOs are good at. ROBOTAXIs, also known as automated taxi networks, are what you might call the coming together of robots, energy storage, and AI. Most people think of cars when they think of a company like Tesla. Yes, he wasn't thinking that way at all. I think he's taking advantage of the way that technologies are coming together, and he will keep doing that in a way that will surprise people. I agree, at least for my own. We need to do our research and make sure that the management is strong and whole, with the right rewards and everything. A lot of what he has done and been praised for is based on the idea that not getting any attention is better than getting some. So everyone starts to talk and get angry, but he says what he really thinks. There's conviction in that. Again, we just have to. And we talk to the management team about it all the time. More than Elon, right? We do, however, meet Elon sometimes. It's important for us to stay objective, so I don't like to meet with CEOs all the time. Also, the business people around him need to have their marching orders. An auto-taxi platform is what needs to happen. Tesla's base for self-driving taxis, so ROBOTAXIs which work like SaaS. Instead of just selling a car and maybe some software, this is a way to make money over and over again, a cut of every mile driven on that network of self-driving taxis. Lots of money left over. Auto gross margins are about 16% right now, while SaaS gross margins are more like 80%. In a broad sense, this is the biggest AI project in the world, self-driving cars. That's how quickly I think it will catch on. To be clear, there has been a move toward FSD over the last 10 years. The people who make rules know what to do and do it. 85% of car crashes are caused by mistakes made by people. If you take the person out, the roads will get better. I talked to the Secretary of Transportation yesterday, Buttigieg. He did sound open to the idea because of this, yes. I've never heard a politician say, wait, we don't like the rise of the machine. But that was the first time I heard someone welcome it. Of course. He is sending a message that eventually the roads will be much safer if people are taken out of the picture, much safer.